Welcome back to Dabbling Dads with your host Kyle and Tyler, here to dabble into just about anything. You can find us everywhere using the hashtag Dabbling Dads. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoy.
What's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Little different time for us today on Just Dabbling Some Big Brother because we did our real dabble last night.
Yeah, which is probably going to change, and it's week 11 next Wednesday or next Thursday, whenever we decide to record it, will be our last Just Dabbling for this Big Brother season. So, yeah, we're doing it this afternoon just because that's what worked for us right now. I don't know if we'll have anybody come in and join us today or not. If you're not doing anything tonight after this, check the Whiskey Bros out. You may not get on here and hear that soon enough, but if you do, they're going live tonight. They usually go around 6:30. Check them out. Anyways, we were down to the final four.
Yep, Nicole, Christmas, Cody, and Enzo.
Correct.
And so it started out with the game Night Moves. I love chess.
Yeah, I loved that game just in general. I would love to set up that board and play like a dance. That would be almost as fun to me as any other type of game, to be honest with you.
I didn't even think about that, but you're right.
It'd be like a fun type backyard game, I swear.
Probably 4 people max, I feel like you could play with. But I liked it, and, I was wondering, to me, Enzo played the perfect strategy.
For himself, yeah. And at this point, they were all mad that he was not, or I say they all. Cody and Nicole were upset at the way he was playing, but it's Final Four at this point. You want to win that. You want to win that competition. Why would you not be trying to win? That is like the most important competition right there. Unless you don't win it, then the POV becomes the most important competition. But
it's like really the safety. It's really the safety. The POV is more of the game player. If you don't already have the head of household, but I thought that game was very fun, and Cody and Nicole both were like, "Why is he not trying to box Christmas in?" And I get that he was going for himself, and he even kind of said that in there. But his explanation to Cody really wasn't trying to hear it, but his explanation was still fine. It's like, dude, y'all were both sacrificing each other at that point in time. Why did I need to come over there and get in the mess? The goal was for one of us to win.
Yeah,
it's like I've been feeding you. If you're Cody and I'm Enzo, I've been feeding you game this whole season. Your game looks as good as it looks. Because I was telling you what the hell was going on. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that's Cody's a good job of making Enzo trust him or if that was just Enzo's game. Because he put himself, after the beginning when he won those things, and you said Enzo was in a great spot week 5 or whatever. And he's continued to put himself and never had to show his cards. Technically, he wins the HOH that you don't have to show your cards.
Yeah.
He played that the whole way. And really only Davon, which we're not to the jury yet, but she's calling that out. And she's like, he needs to win. And the point in time she said that, he ended up winning that HOH. So, it is what it is. At that point in time, like you said, what is really true and what all's true of who is said, you really don't know.
No, you don't. And I'll say, the main 3 players, I think we've been pretty dead on. Christmas made it to Final Four, which was our buddy Bubba's pick, and, she made it pretty far. But she just couldn't win. I could not stand her, I'll be honest. It got to the point where every time she was on there, I was like, look at her. Could I just fast forward, please, God? I cannot listen to her talk any longer. Because I don't know. Let's not talk about that. I'm going to get too far ahead talking too much about Christmas. But anyway,
so just talking about Cody being aggressive, this, that, and the other. But
Enzo wins it.
Enzo wins it, yeah. And he wins head of household. He gets pumped up. I like that. I would be showing that I was pumped up, too, because, that's basically, like you said, that's your ticket to the finale. You know what I mean? You are in the finale. You are, you're there. You're really, well, I guess it takes 2 wins to win the final HOH, but you're really like 2 wins away.
Well, yeah, if you win the first round, it puts you in the final.
3rd round.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you're getting close. I wrote down on here just after the head of household when people were talking, Cody still plays dumb. He isn't.
No.
He's not dumb at all.
No. He's played an incredible game, man. I wanted Enzo to win just because I really like him. Now that we're sitting at the final 3, we'll say who they are in a minute. I don't know that he can win, but I'll just say that right now. Cody's good, man. He's going to be a hard guy to beat in this game.
Yeah, and I'm going to bring up something about Cody when we start getting there, man, because we're kind of flying through, I guess, just to get there to talk more game.
That's okay.
But that's really all that happened.
Yeah.
The episodes were full of nonsense.
Well, because there's no one there. There's only so much game talk that can be done at this point.
Even though
early in the week,
Christmas kept talking game for a long time.
She had to. She knew she was in trouble.
Yep. So then the next day was the POV, and it was.
Well, Enzo puts up Nicole and Christmas.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's
fine. That's fine.
Enzo and Cody, they were talking. Nicole, I said, I keep writing. Nicole is a dangerous Final Three player. Nicole can play this game. Nicole is just keeps putting herself in good position. I did see cornhole boards outside, and I got to go ahead and throw it out there one more time.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, we're going to be playing the Whiskey Bros in a cornhole contest. So we look on the video of that whenever we see the Whiskey Bros' eyes watering and stomachs curling because they're going to have to eat the hot chip.
Hopefully.
But I would be throwing every single day.
Yeah.
But before we go to the POV, insecurities and guilty pleasures. That was a good comedic segment. And when Cody talked about his nose. And
yeah.
But Nicole and Christmas on the block. It doesn't really matter because whoever wins the POV really votes and controls. So POV night.
When's he?
All right, so I had a question. So the first thing they did was the luxury comp.
Mm-hmm.
And they did the
comic book.
Total random draw comic book. Do they tell them to act like that? Or do you think they were just...
get all excited and stuff?
I think at some point when it was getting closer...
I think they were probably pretty excited. I mean, $10,000, I'd love that someone to win $10,000. But
that's true.
No, I think they were probably truly excited. I mean, like they said, they hadn't watched TV in 3 months now.
3 months, that's what they said.
They haven't watched TV at all, so I'm sure any kind of entertainment was great. Not have to entertain themselves. I was wondering like how they did it. If it was just like they had already, it was a random drawbacks. They put in a hat, pulled one out, and were like, all right, this is the one that wins, and then put in the. That's how they had done it.
They probably just did like a random generator and just let them play each other and along they went. But
it was pretty cool.
It wasn't too bad. It was they were getting excited. They were getting a little intense a couple times, and it was like, goodness.
Yeah, you can tell Christmas and Cody were coming at each other, which is funny.
Yeah, me too. I thought that was funny. And then another thing they had on there was waxing eyebrows. You ever had your eyebrows waxed?
I have.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's an interesting feeling.
All my dad's sisters are hairdressers or work in that industry, so yeah, I've had my eyebrows waxed once or twice.
They were Cody's eyebrow. One of them, I swear, had a little curve on it, though. A pretty big curve.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it was so...
I haven't done it. I haven't had it done like this, just like in the middle of my eyebrow. I've had like this waxed right here. The middle, my unibrow.
Yeah. So the POV comp was the comp where they have to remember the days. So you probably know more about that part of me. So like, do they just go over every day and try to remember main events?
A lot of
them a study
they
guide?
don't really show them like writing in their notebooks anymore. But like earlier seasons, you would see these people are like documenting every day and like studying.
Now I read that they're not allowed to have paper or pencil.
Oh, so it's all in their brain.
Yeah,
that's impressive. I don't know how they remember.
I guess what I would do it is every day you would have to go over it and be like, day one, this is the main event. I was thinking about other ways to think about it. We all know that it goes on weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their week is set up different than our week that we see because they get evicted on Thursday. They do head of household throughout the day on Friday. They do POV by Saturday, and it's all the POV and all that's done by Sunday.
Yeah.
So then they know how to, I guess, cut it up, and you can kind of sense on who's going to be on the block and who might win a POV and all that, because all those conversations are actually happening on Friday and Saturday. So then we don't see the conversation of will you play for me in the POV until Wednesday.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So all that's done. So I don't know. So it's actually, to me, probably easier to keep up with it when you think, because day one, they do a head of household that day, right? And then a POV. So you know that the head of household and the POV have 2 days in between them. So if you started doing the math, if you knew it was week 4 that Davon played that, you could say 4 times 7, 28. It was 2 days out of that. It would be day 30.
Yeah, I would never have thought of that. I'm not a mathematical thinker at all, but Nicole obviously is. Cody obviously is. I mean, they're too good at that type of shit.
Dude, when Nicole was running on the hamster wheel, that was one of the funniest things I have ever seen.
Yeah, it was funny.
Her knees were like going straight.
Dude, how athletic did Cody look doing it though, dude? He was like getting that form. It was,
dude,
could make it stop on a dime.
Yeah, because I didn't know any of the days off the top of my head. I knew the events though. I remember like when they were like,
when you're in the house and you have nothing else to do. I mean, you got hours throughout the day that you're sitting there that you can run through the events that have gone on in the days. I'm sure they're doing that daily.
like that's what I was saying. That would be my other strategy besides just knowing the week schedule and doing the math. I would try to every day. So like day 7, that night I would be like, day 1, this event happened. Day 2, and you'd have to do it almost every single day. When you're day 30, you'd have to take that time to go through all of them because they know them like that. Cody and Nicole, they just know how to play this game.
Yeah, Nicole. Ended up. It was on the Was it on the Wednesday night episode? She became the longest.
No, it was at the beginning of the Thursday.
Oh, okay.
So Wednesday, Cody wins.
Yeah,
he really spanked him. Enzo was terrible. I feel like
Enzo
was
terrible. I just think Enzo was, when he realizes he's safe, he don't give a shit about the POV and that type of stuff. He's just like, God, let me get out of here. Something's over here and chill.
Well, he wanted Christmas to win for sure because
he didn't care if he won though.
No,
he didn't want that decision.
No, you're right. I think we'll get there in a second. So Thursday comes. That's the eviction day. Like you said, Nicole passed 230 days, which passed Paul and then Janelle. So she is now the longest in the house.
Yeah, most days spent in the house.
And I said, does she have to win to be called the best player now?
I don't think so. I think she probably won up already.
Yeah, she's
heavy in the conversation at this point to me. Real heavy. I wish someone like Derek would have come back and played this year because it would have been a real battle between some masterminds of the game. But to be honest, Cody was right there with Derek the whole time, so we sort of got to see it anyways. But with Nicole this time.
Yeah, since you brought that up, he brings that up because obviously he wins the POV, so he has the decision of who goes home.
Yeah, and loyalty screwed him the first time.
Yeah, but we'll go ahead and say it, right? He's chose the loyalty path. Again, he knows. We all know.
But he won't again. He'll put Enzo beside him at the end.
He better.
He'll put Enzo. There's no way he's taking Nicole to the end.
But what if he can't? What if he doesn't win?
If he don't get the choice, he's fucked. But Enzo's going to take him also. I think Nicole winning this final competition is worst case scenario.
I put that in there too. That Cody got to the final 3 with his 2 real final 2s. His absolute real final 2s.
Started at the beginning of the game. Incredibly played game. That's what I'm saying. He can beat Enzo pretty easily, I think. I think Enzo having kids might help his case with some of the people in the jury house, but Cody's dominated this game.
It sounded like in the jury house when they were talking that they all respect Cody's game.
Big time.
But can Enzo smear that game and say the reason he did these moves and the reason that he got to do all this is because I told him about the other wise guys, which means he needed to get Christmas out. I told him about the slick 6.
He's been the little finger. I've been saying that. He's like the little finger of the house.
He's got to own that. Like you said, Paul never owns it. Can Enzo go up there and own
I think he can.
Doing those things?
Bring home the cheddar.
Bring home the cheddar. Yeah, man. It's there was a little bit of drama, too, between Danny and Kevin, and I just said Danny's a bitch.
That's what it seemed to me. She was already cutting someone off and then got mad that she got called out for cutting someone off. You don't need red. Pretty rude. He was in the middle of speaking, and he literally cut him off. Wish we did that to each other all the time. But,
That's true, but I just don't, like you said, I just feel like right there, Cody, you can say you got the only other person else in the house. Did he get Ian out, too? On Danny, that was Danny's, but I think he was the one who wanted him out. It's like you got both the champions out, technically.
Yeah.
He
can't. I know it'll probably
Christmas. He would be Christmas unanimous.
Yeah, easily. But I think he realized I can be loyal here at 3, but when I win this next one, there's no loyalty anymore. He just can't. He really can. If he puts Nicole beside him, he's an idiot. I think she'll win unanimous beside. If she is sitting there, she wins the game. I would be very, 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 very surprised if she did not win the game if she's sitting in the final 2 seats.
You're probably right, man. I think that she's going to. Gosh, it just seems like the momentum of the game is turning into her favor. Yeah. She's won every time she had to. She survived.
Dave Vaughn said that about season 18. Same exact thing happened to her. Flew under the radar and then boom, 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 started racking things off.
When it comes to the games, we got to be smart, and at the end, and when there's less people, she's just man. I just don't. She's just good, and they even said it when she was talking to Christmas. Enzo and Cody were joking around about it a little bit, but they were saying she's in there getting that jury vote, and it's
well, of course she is. Of course she's in there getting that jury vote. Why would she not be? I mean, she knows how to play. She is in a good spot. She is. Enzo got himself there. I mean, he's on finale night. I've said that would happen for sure. I don't know that he can win the game against either of the two people he's there with, though.
He's got to win the final HOH and have that on his and say, look, I won the last 2 HOHs.
He can't be taken there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, the only way he stands a chance is if he brings Cody after winning. He's not beating either of them, though, in these competitions.
No, you're probably right about that.
Cody's going to be hard to beat. He's a competition beast. He's been proving that since the first night.
Yeah, well, I went to go read just to catch up in between things.
He has 9 total or 10 total wins now.
10?
I think 10. I think that was 10.
He was at 6. He was 8. He might have 9. 9 or 10.
He's up there.
That is unbelievable, man. That's crazy. But I did read in between. And then I haven't read the first competition, but they have already done the first competition.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you want me to tell who won it.
No, it don't matter to me.
Spoiler alert. So I would hit pause or I would just end the video now.
Yeah, because we're almost done anyway. So if you don't want to hear moving on to finale night, stop.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks for listening if you're leaving. Peace.
Yeah, for sure. But Nicole has already won the first.
Really?
Correct.
It's over, boys. I would be willing to bet money on Nicole winning this game. It's unreal, dude. She's too good. She's going to win.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Impressive as shit. She's the best ever play. I do feel that way, man. I'm telling you.
Her social game, and then when it comes to just being intelligent, I mean, she's good at the games that are on every show. The BB Comics, where they have to figure that she's got the top 3 out of the top 4 or 5 times of all time. She knew all the dates. She just didn't win. I mean, she would have beat anybody else but Cody.
Yeah. She went over because of the wheel.
The wheel.
Not being able to stop the wheel.
Correct. Yeah. The wheel was really what got her over than the other. That was a pretty neat game, too, though, how it went up by 5s and 10s one way, and then you had to stop and go the other way by 1s. That was pretty nice little twist to it.
It was.
But your birthday is on finale night. We don't know if we're going to – we wanted to maybe try to watch it live on our computer and watch along and talk, but we might just talk about it. We might just see what's up, but we appreciate y'all listening. Dabbling Dads, this was probably like 15, 20 minutes, but there really wasn't that much to talk about.
No, finale night will probably be longer.
But man,
hopefully we'll get a bunch of people in here talking about this after it's over. So.
Yeah, you nailed a lot of it though, to be honest. And the game could have been totally different if Enzo would have sent Nicole home.
Yeah.
In the triple eviction. I think it'd be all guys left.
Probably.
I really do. But man, so if you got to pick somebody to win right now, even though Nicole's already in the third comp.
I mean, it's hard for me to pick against her. She's already won round 1, man. I got to pick her. Just the odds. Just the odds.
Right?
Strictly odds, I got to bet Nicole right now.
Yeah. If Cody wins the HOH and takes Nicole with him.
Nicole wins.
I think Nicole
beats either of them. I do. The only chance the other two stand up winning is if Nicole's not sitting in the other seat. She makes it to the finale again when she was in the one of 2 winners in a house of all-stars and still gets to the final seat. How do you not give her? I think she probably would sweep it.
Literally. I mean, she had a target on her back technically because of that the whole time.
Yeah. She will sweep it. She's the best of all time at that point. And she's been visualizing it, talking about it to herself, laying down, and I love that shit.
She's a competitor.
You're smart. All them are working out, and you're over here just visualizing being the winner of this game already. Too smart. Visualization so important just in life in general, I feel.
I agree.
Just from the books I've read here recently about, very, very talented people, and, they're huge on visualization and just speaking things into being and making things happen. And she's doing it. It's unreal.
Yeah, she is very good at the game. See y'all later.